everywhere, everywhere. You are special and I love you everywhere. You are special everywhere. You know it's true. Hey man, it's wonderful to have you on.
What's up? Happy to be here. What's good?
Thank you for doing this, brother. I appreciate it so much. I'm honored to talk to you.
Dude, thank you, man. The honor is mine. I appreciate the platform, the conversation, the genuineness. We need this more than ever. You know what I'm saying? We
Yes.
need these vibes.
Yes, I love it. So before we dive into the song that we did, which is the music that people just heard, because it's our signature song now, uh, why don't
Mhm.
you introduce yourself to the world, please, sir?
My name is Fyutch, as in past, present, Fyutch. In order to know where you're going, you got to know where you've been.
There you
My father named me Harold Simmons the second. But most people know me as my artist name. I'm a music artist, singer, writer, producer, composer, and an educator. I spent about 15 years in schools teaching kindergarten through 12th grade and some college students music production, poetry, songwriting. And it definitely made me a better performer, a better human. And that definitely is what informs a lot of the music and content that I make. I come from that space. I say to educate, entertain, and empower.
I love it. I love it, brother. So before we talk about the song, I want to talk about your background a little bit because I want to talk about the reason for doing the podcast. And the reason for doing the podcast is to talk about discovering beauty. I'm kind of, I have a background as a person with a disability, and I'm kind of discovering my life over again because I had a few illnesses and stuff, and I was working with people on music, and I'm a writer, but then I got involved with music because of Cookie Jar,
Okay.
who is our brother in common. Um, and then I decided to do the podcast because, uh, you know, I wanted to talk about creativity and how creativity can help us discover ourselves and help us with adversity. Because throughout my life, I have music and creativity, but specifically music has been the driving force for me. So I wonder about like your view on music and yourself as a musician and how that's helped you in your life. You know, you know.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk on that a little bit.
Absolutely. Deep question and very deep thought. I think first, music is a great way to express inner thoughts. It's kind of related to journaling in a way.
Mhm.
If you like physically are writing, but even putting it into the music, a lot of times we're putting our emotions. There have been times I've wanted to finish a song or a project, but I just haven't lived it enough yet to
Yes.
finish it. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like those things are tied. My life, my emotions, my spiritual state is all tied with my creativity. And then to take it another step, some things we make the world doesn't hear. I would say a majority of the things that I create I don't share, maybe because it doesn't get finished. I'm
Right.
not, ready to share it.
Right.
But the things that do get shared, it's powerful when people can say, yo, you talking about your life, you talking about something that is so personal to you resonates with me. So all of a sudden, we're connected through something that I felt in my heart and my soul. So it's like it's the most powerful thing. It's like a superpower,
Yeah.
man. It's like
Yes.
you can get to someone's soul. There are
Yes.
artists, I still listen to music of artists who have passed away. I'm sure you do the same. And
Yes.
it's like
Yes.
we still feel that, they're still with us, what they represented did. So it is a very special thing to me.
Yes. And that's so I love that you just said that because my whole life uh, being sort of an outsider and a kid with the disability when being disabled was kind of new, you know, and people didn't know what to do with me, and felt like
Yeah.
an alien. My whole life, I was trying to connect with people. So to have
Mm,
that connect when you reach somebody and you can connect with them on that level, like you're feeling what I'm feeling, and that happens through
mhm.
creativity for us. You know, that's a beautiful thing, right?
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And that's a crazy point, man, because society hasn't been ready to deal with certain disabilities, certain lifestyles, certain communities. And it's like we're in this place where people are more and more learning and educating themselves and having friends and family members. Because it used to be there just wasn't as much information, whether it was medically, but also just like common knowledge. So that's wild. It's so true, though.
Yeah. And I want to tell you that I've heard you speak a lot since we worked on this. But you know, we worked on the song and I hadn't met you yet. Let's get to that in a minute. But
Hmm.
I heard you speak a lot since then. And I think about like having the gifts. Wait, I want to talk about God a little bit, which I don't really do, but I'm going to do that with you
Okay.
because but I think that one of the things that I want to put across with this podcast is that people are beautiful the way that God made us, right? And God and
Hmm.
God has given us certain gifts, and you tap into that when you speak, which I think is amazing. So like
Wow.
that makes me feel good about myself, and I think that can make a lot of
Wow.
people feel like they're on the right track, and they're. So you want to talk about what that means for you? That would be great.
Oh man. Okay, so we were talking a little bit off camera or whatever, and I was saying I was raised by a lot of pastors in my family,
Mm-hmm.
my grandpa, my uncles, both my grandfathers, a couple of my uncles. My dad might as well be a deacon or something. So it's just
Yes.
this culture of first off, men who are good with their words. I think is
Yes.
something that I grew up around,
Yes.
and it's something that has been a theme in my life, and I kind of took it for granted, but it's been other people who tell me kind of like what you're saying. And when I first started making music and rapping, I just wanted to make songs like everybody else was making.
Yeah.
And I'll make songs about women, money, etc., shaking it, popping it, dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And what I would notice is like people would respond to me saying those things differently than someone else. It's like they didn't see me in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of humbled me a lot. It's like when you think about our gifts that we have, sometimes people tell us things that we don't notice about ourselves. So that's really affirming for me when people are like, yo, you have a gift for this. When your words carry weight. Think about what you say. All of that. So
Yeah.
it got me thinking, like, wow, I really must be tapped into something a little bit higher in how I communicate.
Right.
So it can be a challenge sometimes because I'm still human, but at the same time, like I understand that part of my gifting is this communication and just being aware that the words carry weight, man.
Yeah, they do. And I feel every day, especially nowadays, this is why I hope this reaches people, is because people are feeling people who are different on the outside of society, which is a lot of us, sadly, feel like they're not beautiful. So I wanted to do this I wanted
Mm,
to do this song that we're gonna about to talk about in a second was talking about how you're beautiful just the way that you are. That's where
mhm.
it started, right? And I think that you speak to that very eloquently, and you move me with your words. So I just wanted
Wow.
to say that our goal is to make people who don't feel beautiful realize that they're beautiful.
Yeah, I love that because it's needed. It's very necessary. You're tapping into something that it's healing in a
Mm-hmm.
lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. So I'm gonna talk about the song real quick, and then
Okay.
I want to talk about you some more. So
Okay.
let's just go talk about the song. So Cookie Jar and I wrote this song uh, because, like I said, like people, like we wanted to do something that was gonna make people feel good about themselves because people
Mhm.
people in our lives individually and collectively were not feeling very good, and then
Mm.
you and I talked about this off camera as well. What had happened was, this is kind of a funny part of the song. What had happened was that we wrote the song Magic Day first, and
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
and then a lot of people were asking us to remix
Okay.
Magic Day. And it was like, come up with something different from Magic Day because we love the song and people were digging it. And
Yeah.
and then and then Cookie Jar came. I don't want to call him by his name. I'm gonna call him Cookie Jar.
Okay.
Cookie Jar came to me one day and said, I'm having a hard time with the remix, but I wrote this other thing. And what do you think about this? And it's kind of amazing because we never set out to write uh, that song.
Mm.
And you and
Okay.
you and I were talking off camera about that. How about how it's amazing as writers that sometimes
Mhm.
you fall into this beautiful thing that you didn't. No, no pun intended. But you fall into a beautiful thing
Yeah.
that you didn't intend to write in the first place because it was like we were trying to do something completely different. We were trying to remix
Mhm.
this other song, and then CJ came and said, I called him by his name. Yeah, CJ came and said, I didn't, the remix is not working, but I have this other thing. Do you want to work on this? And then that's where Beautiful You came from.
Okay.
And then we kind of wrote on it. And then the the next step in the process for us was it was a celebration of our families and our loved ones. We wanted to say, we want to write this for people that we love. And then we kind of came up with the hook on it, but then when we finished that, we both agreed like, oh, this is missing something. We got to give it to some more people. We would like to have more voices on this. And then CJ said like, I know the guy. I know I got a guy.
That's funny.
And I didn't know anything about you. He's like,
Mm.
let me just take it to him and see if he wants to work on it. And then it came back to us, and I was like, "Oh man, that's beautiful." So you want to talk about
Wow.
how you got involved from your end? Because
Yeah, me and Mr. Cookie Jar, aka CJ, we've been talking about collaborating for a couple years.
mm-hmm,
I think that we were aware of each other. I heard the original song on the Kids Place Live Sirius XM station.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They was playing that a lot, so it was always a bop. And the thing that I love
Thank you, man,
about
because I worked on that.
okay, that's what's up. Yeah, it's a classic,
Thank
man.
you, man.
So
Thank you, brother.
so absolutely. So I think we were just trying to figure out exactly how, because that happens sometime
Right,
when you create. It's
right,
like just like y'all with the remix, it didn't work. So that's the cool thing about collaboration, which that's another thing, man. Collaborating is just so beautiful. And I love the power of it because what one person brings to a song or to a creation can just elevate it and bring it to a whole different space, man. So I think we were trying to figure out how we were going to collab. Was it going to be on my album? Was it going to be on his next album? Then a
right,
year would pass,
right.
and then we didn't do anything, but we would keep the conversation. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? So I think he at one point he said, "I finally got it. This
Yeah.
this is the joint right here." When I heard it, I was like, "Yes!" And it's a remix of the joint that I loved originally. Let's do it.
Yes, yes. And then so he came back to me, and I want to tell you that the really amazing thing
Yeah.
for me was that when I heard your part, you brought it to a whole different level. You
Wow.
just killed it, man. It's really beautiful. So I want to say
Thank
thank
you,
you, man,
man.
because it's beautiful. It really is.
Dude, absolutely, man. I love when I can flex kind of all the musical influences too. Cause you got the singing, you got the soul funk,
Hmm. Yeah.
darn near the spiritualism in there too. It's I really have fun over that, man.
Yeah, and I want to tell you that CJ and I have talked about that. We were just talking about this a minute ago before we got on. You made it our signature song, man. That's our man in the mirror. That's like our Billie
Ooh.
Jean. So that's
Oh man, that's
thank you
love.
for making such a beauty. That's our signature, man. That's our signature. So
Wow, that's high praise,
you heard it
man.
before when we did the intro. That's the song. Is the intro.
Yeah.
So that's our signature. You did that for us. So thank you, brother.
That's what's up, man. I'm happy to be a little part of it, but
Yes.
collectively we all have done it, man. Cause
Yeah.
Genevieve crushed it, dude. Like
Yes.
it was a whole
How
vibe,
amazing was she?
man.
Can we talk about her for a minute?
Right? Yeah, let's talk
Yes.
about
Yes,
Genevieve,
she's
man.
amazing. She's amazing.
Yeah.
You have a podcast of your own, right?
I do, yeah.
And she was she on yours?
She was, yeah.
Yeah.
How many episodes have you done or how many segments have you done of your podcast?
So this will be our first season, and
Okay.
we finished about 12 so far.
Good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
We did 4 or 5 and just dropped off the map.
Oh no.
It's
Oh no.
hard, man.
Oh
It's a
no,
lot of
man.
work, man. But I like how you have it set up on StreamYard. I think I was trying to do too much with the edits.
Yeah.
So it was just too much, man. So kudos to you.
Well, it took me and CJ a couple of tries to do this. So
Okay.
we failed a couple of times. So don't
Hey,
like
that's
okay,
how it goes.
we won't tell
Okay.
anybody about
Okay. Yeah.
that.
That's funny.
That's cool, man. So yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful song, and I'm glad that we could get everybody on it. And I definitely want to work with you again, man,
Dude,
on
let's
future
figure
stuff.
it out. Let's
Yes.
figure it out,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
What kind of creative vibe are you in right now?
It's so strong right now. It's so strong because I feel so propelled
Mm,
to do the work that we're doing, and to go and to connect with people. And it's like
yeah.
really the creative vibe is past this podcast.
Okay.
What CJ and I are going to bring to the table is like helping people with disabilities specifically, but also young
Yeah.
people from marginalized communities to like
Yes.
and we want to do creative workshops with them about
Okay.
how to be creative, how to tap into your creativity, because everybody has it.
Yeah.
Everybody has it with them in themselves to create something. And then
Yeah.
my experience has been that once you create something, you learn something about yourself in
Whew,
the process. So
it's true.
we would like to have you. I'm going to make an offer to you right now that we're putting together a workshop program for
Okay.
to work with young people. I would love to have you as a guest once we
Dude,
get the ball rolling on that, please.
keep me posted, man, because I am super passionate about that, man. That's
Yes.
probably the most important work that I do
Yeah.
for sure.
Because
Yeah.
I've experienced this because I've worked with people with disabilities a lot,
Mhm.
and there's something amazing that happens when you see the light go on in a young person's eyes. Like,
Mhm.
what did I just do? I just did something. I
Yeah.
don't quite know what it is, but it's cool though. And when
Yeah.
they realize that they have a creative ability and that they've created something, and you see that the light in their eyes on that, and the light bulb goes off, it's like that's the best thing that could ever happen, you know?
Yeah.
Especially
Man, I've
especially for a kid that's had because I've worked with kids with really negative backgrounds
okay.
who society here doesn't care about them. I mean, I'm gonna be
Mhm.
honest. The society says we don't care about you. And I'm
Mhm.
really interested in working with that population of young people. God help me,
Yeah.
because it's a
And it's
challenge.
a lot, man. Yeah, it requires, an investment.
Yes.
It requires an emotional investment because you can't half do it, man.
Yeah.
A lot of those youths, especially in those situations, people have turned their back on them in so many ways, so it takes a while. You gotta show them. You gotta show them that you're serious, that you mean it, that you don't have ulterior motives,
Yes.
and it takes time,
Yeah.
you
And
know,
then you gotta show them that you're for real. Yeah, that you're not.
that you're for real.
You're just
Exactly.
not. So, but there's something that happens when you work with a kid like that, and then they do
Mhm.
something, and it's like, what did I just do? What did I just create?
Yeah.
It's a really like that's the payoff for me right there. It's like you just did this.
Mhm.
This wasn't me. This was you. And and when they realize that they have value, and it's like, oh, I did something.
Yeah.
That's the magical moment. So yeah,
Beautiful.
I would love to work with you on that. And then I want to speak a little bit more about you before we go and say
Okay.
you sir are Grammy nominated.
Whoo! It's only been what, 3 days,
Yeah,
man,
but
4 days? It's
we're
still fresh, man. I'm feeling great,
how
man.
you feeling about that? Because that's an achievement right there. That's an achievement right there.
Man. The best part about it is that I did it with my daughter on this,
Yeah,
daddy-daughter
talk about
album
that.
that we
Talk about
made.
that. Talk about that.
Man, so when she was about 5 years old, we started really recording songs, like, seriously, because before that, she just had fun, singing on the microphone, playing on the keyboard. I got videos of her at age 3 on the little turntable, doing little scratches,
Yeah.
having fun,
Yes.
and she just grew up around it. So by the time she was 5, we actually tried to, write songs together, record, and made a whole music video for a song called I Am Love, I Am Light.
Okay.
There's just affirmations. It's just repeat after me affirmation song.
Is that
Which is
out right now? Can people see that? Is that out?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the first single from the album that we made. I
Okay.
Am Love, I Am Light. If you
Okay.
look that up on YouTube, there's a
Yes.
music video and then
Yes.
it's everywhere. But yeah, so it started from there and we put it out and it got a great reaction. So I said, let's do another song. So
Yeah.
we did another one called My Daddy, where it's like a funny, fun, we're trading off rap bars. Cause also her voice started getting stronger.
Yeah.
Like by
Yeah.
age
Yeah.
6, she could say a little more on the mic. She could remember phrases longer. Her
Yes.
melody was getting stronger. So that's how the album happened. We just kept recording till we had enough songs. By the end, she was 7. She could sing whole verses. So we would rehearse it. She'd get on the microphone and her pitch, her harmony, she definitely has a very great skill.
That's incredible.
So yeah, man, we put out the project. We started performing together and then started getting shows, in different cities.
Wow.
So then from there, we submitted it for the Grammys and we got it, man. So it's a blessing.
Wow. That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
That's amazing. Yeah. CJ and I are so excited for you. Yeah, man. That's beautiful. That's an achievement. You should feel like you achieved something. I hope you feel that way.
I do, man. I
Yeah.
definitely do. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of times people will be chasing something, and it's like you don't know that you've already achieved it. That's what I had to learn. Is like
That's
you,
the
you
thing.
know.
It's the thing, man.
Yeah.
It is. I have to check myself on that in life in general.
Yes.
'Cause I think we're conditioned to, like, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, man. We're not in this space. I even think about it like this, man, like, everything we want is readily available. It
Yeah.
used like, even foods.
Yes.
So it used to be back in the day, you could only eat those foods in season.
Yes.
So it was like you enjoyed a delicacy of something and that grew at a certain time and you had to wait till next season when it was. Now we're so used to getting this, it's hard to appreciate
Yes.
sometimes some
Yes.
things, so
Yeah.
it's important to reflect on like
Yeah.
this is abnormal, man.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have had I mean, CJ and I were working on CJ's album
Okay.
when I was recovering from surgery, and
Oh wow.
I almost died because I got so sick.
Oh
Eh,
no.
and then while I was recovering, it was a long recovery, and
Okay.
CJ was like, "Do you want to work on this record with me?" You know the record he just put out recently. It's
Yeah.
it's really good. I'm really proud of him. Um,
Mhm.
I even like my favorite songs on there are songs that I'm not even on. I don't, they're not even mine, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
that's a better one. That's a better one. But so when we were working on the record, I,
Uh-huh.
I just kind of reevaluated life, and I just kind of feel like, you have to understand what you're that where you are right now is where you're supposed to be, and you just need to
Whoo.
feel
Yep.
you just need to feel where you are.
Yep.
What I want to tell you is like enjoy the Grammy nomination, man, because
Yeah.
that's where you're supposed to be, brother.
Yeah.
you know?
Thank you, man. Imma enjoy it for everything it is, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, I want to talk to you about so many things, but do you? I had also heard a little bit that was it you and your mom? Y'all know sign language?
Yeah, that's what my mom does. She's an interpreter for deaf and hard of hearing, so
Okay,
I grew up around a lot of silent households. She
okay.
was an interpreter at churches. I picked up signs along the way. Me and my sister used to sometimes sign in church,
Are,
so
are,
we
are
kinda
you
gathered it from there.
are you fluent now? Could you do it?
Not fluent,
Okay.
not fluent. Yeah, I know just basic greetings and other things, family
All right.
signs, just stuff like that. But my mom, she is a beast, man. She's someone who has been down for the culture and the deaf community for a
Yeah,
very long time. So she's got a lot of respect in that space. So yeah, she's the GOAT, man.
that's amazing. Because uh, I can tell you this now. CJ and I were talking about uh, putting together some kind of music video for the song,
Okay.
and we'd love to do it
Okay.
with you. And then we were talking about wanting to have Sign on it too. So
That's important, man. I fully support this because inclusivity is just that's the name of the game right now.
yeah,
So it's people are finally waking up to that. So as inclusive as we can make the stuff that we produce is it's important. And it's just it adds that respect.
yeah, and then so we're gonna work together a lot in the future if you got time for us.
Dude,
If you got time for
keep
us.
sending stuff my way. If we can make it happen, we gonna make it
Yeah.
happen.
So
That's my word.
before I let you go, tell people where they can find you to hear all your music and everything.
You can just search me Fyutch. That's everywhere. Fyutch.com, Instagram, that's Fyutch, TikTok, Fyutch. The good thing about having a unique name like mine is just Fyutch everywhere. So just type that in. And Spotify, Apple Music, all my songs are online. My daughter's name is Aura V,
Oh, that's
Aura
beautiful.
V.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice, man. Well, thank you, brother. Thanks for doing this with me.
Absolutely, man. Much
Much
love.
love to you. Much love to you.
Everywhere, everywhere. You are special and I love